Hey, welcome mid-game to another game of Kill Count 3.75. I am going to talk towards hopefully where the microphone is, and hopefully you will hear me. Again, as time goes on, I'll learn how to do this, and I will probably use a better camera recording software. But for now, we're going to do this poorly because done is better than none. So, we're in the middle of the action of a 4-model game. Where's the fourth model? We got 1, 2, 3. The fourth one is hiding underneath here on an objective marker. It is a little Tau Fire Warrior. Now, what are our character cards today? We have the Berserker, who is going to be, of course, the teeny tiny Tau Fire Warrior. We have the Soldier card, who is going to be our Sanguinary Guard right there, holding that demon head. Just to show that off for you so we know what they look like, right? We've got our Sanguinary Guard, who is going to be our Soldier. For our Gearhead, we will be actually using a Space Marine. We will be using them as our Gearhead. They're currently in smoke. And I think this is a Nob. It's from the Kill Team set. The Octarius set. I like them so much. This guy is going to be our Pyro, so they're going to be flaming everybody today. And of course, our little teeny tiny friend right here is our Berserker, because of course they are. Of course the tiny one ended up becoming the Berserker, just for the hilarity. So, we did just wrap the bottom of round 1 going clockwise that direction, so hopefully clockwise for you. And all of our cards are all set and ready to go. So we're just going to dive right back in. We have a couple of cards in hand for our Berserker. Our Berserker has 3 hit points, so they're just 1 lower from a quick fight with our Soldier there, where they actually crash through the wall and make that visibility and take the fight to them. So we've got a reroll and we have forced restart. With these options in that spot, I feel like with only 1 power, we could go ahead and maybe burn this, but I want to hold on to this because I feel like if we can't get that 360 no-scope card from the Soldier, we can at least get it off the Soldier, you know? So we're going to hold on to this. We're not going to burn it, and we still have all 3 action points. So what we're going to do maybe is just move, attack, and pass, just because we could do the reroll, but we want to hold on to that reroll just because if we move, get up onto some terrain, we have some visibility, and we can either attack the Sanguinary Guard or the Soldier, or we can attack our Pyro Nob if we can get that line of sight. So let's see what we can do. We're going to pull our handy dandy Kids Rule ruler from the early 90s, and we're going to take this, and it's weird to think that the early 90s is over 20 years, but here we are. We're going to go ahead and just move this up this direction, and it's 3 inches up on this Octarius set stuff, which is nice. Again, as you see with that vertical movement, I'm playing kind of loosey-goosey because this is supposed to be a casual fun game. We're not being too sweaty about the movement. We know it's about 3 inches. Then we do have a bit of a shot, especially if we want to move here to see that Sanguinary Guard, right? We have a line of sight. But I wonder if we could maybe get the Nob, who is down on 2 hit points. But they do have the New Game Plus. So, you know, we're gonna go for them because we want that 360 no scope. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stay there. We're gonna hold those 3 inches of movement because we can split our movement. And then we're gonna take a shot. So they don't have any cover bonuses because we're above them. We've got clear line of sight to most of their models. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and scooch. We're gonna go ahead and scooch an inch. So we have 2 inches left of our movement held, and now we have a full line of sight. And their defense is gonna be 3 because the Soldier has 4 hit points at start and a defense of 3 base. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and roll the dice. Hey, there we go. We got a 4 that is above. That is going to be 2 hit points. It's going to take them out of the fight. We are going to get the 360 no-scope card. Very fun card, one of these 4-cost cards. And we are going to put that in our hand. We're not going to spite burn that because that, I think, is going to be really helpful for our Berserker to have a long-range backup instant kill. And speaking of, we get a kill for our Berserker. We've got those 3 inches left and 1 action point. At this point, we can go ahead and just burn the forced restart. We don't need that. anymore. And then I'm going to tick us up to 5 for our power. We're going to set that away, and that's going to be our turn. That's going to bring us to our soldier who gains 2 cards from being knocked out of the fight. Let's see what they got. They got a desync error and agility. That's actually not too shabby. They reset their starting life, and they're going to need to pick where they come in. We've got equipment 1, 5, 3, and 2 are all available. I think, you know what, we're just going to try 5 because we're halfway to our quest of being, having that cover bonus from our small barricades like that pop up for our 2 power ability, our set 'em up action. So let's go ahead and plop there. We don't have any power, so we're going to need to burn some cards. Let's go ahead and burn desync error, and we've got an aggression or an agility. And let's burn aggression. That's going to let us equip agility right out of the gate. It's going to keep us in the fight. I think that's going to be good. And we'll hold glory for now, because who knows, maybe we'll get another one. It's a cheap card. We can always burn for power. Actually, as I'm saying that out loud, let's hold the desync error. Otherwise, people are probably going to be yelling at me. Let's hold the desync error, and let's burn the glory for 2. Even though it's a 1-cost card, you gain 2 power when you burn it. And then we're going to burn aggression. That would bring us to 4, but since we played that 2-cost to do it, we get 2. Again, as long as it all works out as you're explaining your intent to your opponent, that should be fine at the table, not, pulling all the points, just explaining what you're doing. And as long as the math works out, don't feel like you have to do it absolutely phase by phase perfect. Again, it is a casual game. So we're going to hold our desync, and that is going to be 1 of our action points for burning. We could move into a radiation field, which would give us even more power at the expense of if we ever roll a 1, we just die. We could also move charged, which could get us a kill if we pass that hot potato style effect onto someone else. But we do have to deal with this buddy in smoke who is non-targetable. We got smoke here. I actually think it might be fun. Let's just go ahead and let's move into the smoke here as a move. And we can still target the pyro who is not in smoke. And we can draw a bit of a line of sight there, partial line of sight. So they're going to get a cover bonus of +1. Let's go ahead and roll that attack. That is going to be all 3 action points. We roll a 5, and we're trying to get a 5 because the pyro has a base defense of 4 plus the cover of +1 for a total of 5. We deal 1 point damage, and that takes them down to 1 on their hit points. So close. All right, that's going to be our soldier. Now, I've played that, and then I'm like, oh, should I have set up with cover? But I don't know, maybe moving into the smoke was good. You tell me what you think in the Discord. Moving on to Gearhead, going clockwise. Gearhead, right here, our pink marine. For some reason, I always want to call them a marimbo, but they're not a marimo, they're not a marimbo. I don't know what that is. Gearhead, we could lock the stash. I think that's going to be important if we can, but we have a Giga Gauntlet, always like a Giga Gauntlet, and we've got aggression. In hand, we have a copy of Brutality. The glare from these card sleeves, I'm just realizing, probably isn't showing up on camera, but here we go. We got Brutality in hand. We have choices. We have a lot of choices. We can stay in the smoke and stay safe and try and take that kill. Or we can try and play a little spicy. So my question is, do we have line of sight out from here to our buddy there? And I think, no, I think that wall's gonna stop it. So I'm gonna say no, we don't have visibility there if I really wanted to get down, remove the piece, yada yada, but no, we're not playing sweaty. So, not a valid target. If we want to get them, they're in the smoke, so they're as good as not seen at the moment. But that does also mean we can't draw visibility through that smoke field, so that's not a valid target either. Okay, then that means maybe we need to play a little bit of a shuffle game. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to shuffle out that way to our move there. And we're going to go ahead and I think we've got, yeah, we've got a little bit of a shot at our Berserker there. We can see part of their model. So they're going to get a cover bonus, but we're going to go for the Berserker. We know they've got that 360 no scope, right? So that would be nice. We're going to have +1 to our attack roll. We've done one move. Let's burn Brutality. We've got a good build. Let's burn it. That's going to bring us to this. That's going to get us to our attack with only 1 AP remaining. Okay, so they are defense 3. The Berserker is defense 3 plus a cover bonus is 4s. We need 4s to hit on the die. No, we need 3s to hit on the die because we have +1 from aggression. And it's out of the box. We're going to reroll that. And it's a 1 anyway. Okay. They are top decked, meaning they got nothing here. They don't have anything else they can really do. So that's going to be the Gearhead's turn. They're stuck out in the open. And we're going to move to our Pyro for the end of round 2. Our Pyro has 3 cards in hand. They got some fun ones. They have the 3-cost card, Energy Blast, the 3-cost card, Jump Pack, and the 2-cost card, Agility. And hopefully those will show up on the camera. But if not, oh well. There we go. Let's see here. We have some options. Because of smoke, again, we can't draw a line of visibility through smoke terrain. Something we could do is rush into this teleporter, which would give us visibility right here and could draw a line of sight to them. Because in teleporting, you can use that 3-inch when you're in it, you count as being in all those spots. So we could also exit that way too if we wanted to kind of escape this clump that we're in. We're kind of low on cards, so I'm almost wondering if we move. Let's see here. We have 1 power. We're going to need to burn something because I really want to use napalm ammo. I really want to do it. If we burn 3, I could use my Incendiary Cloud, but our quest criteria is to use napalm ammo twice. So let's find a way to do that. So for 1 AP of the 3 that we have at the start of the turn, we're going to burn Jump Pack. That's going to be fine for now. And then our movement action, we're going to spend 4 inches to move here, 2 inches to move out this direction. And that is going to give us cover, blocking visibility from them. And we are unfortunately going to be out in the open from the Berserker, who is up next. But you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We are already low on hit points anyway, so maybe playing Gung Ho isn't the best to go, but I want to use that napalm ammo. So I'm going to do it anyway. All right. That is, we have 4 power. We can use napalm ammo when you succeed on an attack roll. So we're going to target a visible target for our attack action to be our 3rd action point. We're going to go for the Berserker. Again, this time there isn't a cover bonus, so it's just going to be the defense of 3. We need a 3 to hit. Except we have New Game Plus equipped to our Pyro, so actually we need, because we have +1 attack, +1 defense, and +1 damage until our Pyro is dead. So we've got limited uses here. We are going to need 2s on the dice. That's out of the box, so even though it would hit, it's not going to count. 3, it exceeds what we need because we only need 2s. So we're going to do 2 points of damage, plus we have the additional point of damage from New Game Plus, which is the total of 3 hit points the Berserker had, which means Berserker is down. And unfortunately, we only get a jump pack from that. But we'll take the kill point, and that is a great end to turn 2. Moving into the top of turn 3, we've got, let's assess here. We've got 2 characters with 1 kill apiece. Our kill goal is 2. We just need 2. And I feel like this has been a pretty tense couple of rounds already. So moving into the top of our round 2, Berserker's turn is going to draw 2 cards from that kill. They get a displacement field and a stimulant. They are going to find a place to put themselves. The question is, now we know that they are a little bit spicy. We know that's spicy. I think, oh, this is difficult. Do we want to go 3, hide behind this terrain, and then move out? Do we want to, let's see, Gearhead is at 3 hit points. They are in the open. Let's drop by the Gearhead by moving into spot 5. We have 5 points remaining. Oh, you know what? We're gonna roll this back. We're gonna demonstrate the Berserker's 4-cost ability. So we're actually gonna roll this back because I am playing 4 characters at once. We're gonna put Displacement Field and Stimulant back on the stack in the order they came. This is a teachable moment. We are going to remove the kill point. Sorry, buddy. And we're back at the end of round 1, turn 4. Pyro made the attack action. It would defeat the Berserker, except the Berserker spends and plays their ultimate Unrelenting Fury. And their Unrelenting Fury is, instead of dying, immediately gain 1 hit point. They are on 1 hit point. Just the one. And they are going to move immediately 6 inches towards the attacker. Now, you don't measure vertical distance when going down, so it's just going to be the horizontal out, and that is going to allow us to position ourselves like this. And because that terrain's there, we can't be there, so we're going to go, whoop, excuse me, little buddy, we're going to go right here. That's right, we're going to go right there. And that is what's going to bring us to the top of round 1, and they also need that jump pack because they had that jump pack equipped. Okay, very, very big shift. Okay, so they have their 360 no scope and their reroll still. Those were not passed over. Oh my goodness gracious. Top of round 2, even more tense than I thought. We've got 2 heroes at 1 hit point each against each other, the Berserker and the Pyro. Well, yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to hit the Berserker and see how this rolls out. So they have a defense of 4. They have +1 defense from New Game Plus for a total of 5. They have no cover bonus, so we need 5s to hit. Ooh, that feels tough, but we do have that 1 cost reroll, and we do have 1 power, so let's try it. No, that did not work. Let's spend that reroll and our last power, and let's see if we can get a 5-up. No, that did not work. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do an attack action again. No, we're going to escape. We are going to escape. We are going to run away, and we're going to go through the teleporter, pop out here, and use the rest of the movement to get to here and then up onto here. Because, hey, guess what? Not a visible target. But the good news is we have smoke and smoke. You can't draw visibility from here. We've got good screening. If we hide here, we might be able to survive and sustain. Survive and sustain. Not really something you'd expect a Berserker to do, but here we are, tiny, angry. We are wanting to keep our tiny, angry alive. So, we have just the 360 no scope, no power to play it, and we are going to move on to the Soldier's turn. My goodness gracious. Soldier, round 2, we have agility, which gives us a +1 defense. We need 1 more set him up to achieve our quest. We have 2 power, and let's see what's in our hand. Desync error. Let's spend it. Let's burn it. Let's use that action point. Just get that out of the way. And then let's move 2 inches to tap this equipment depot. Oh, let's also rank our power up to 5. We got 5 power, feeling a little more comfortable now. Move 2 inches, we got 4 inches remaining. We have a card coming to us because we moved on to Equipment Depot. We drew another displacement field, or not another, but we drew a displacement field. That's great, we can hold that in hand. We're not gonna use this yet. We're gonna just hold on to that. That might be nice, but I think the plan of action is to move from where we are now, hiding in here on 0.5, and move into this smoke and take on that gearhead. Because if we can get that gearhead, I think I swapped the minis. I did. I swapped the minis. And you know what? We're going to roll that back. So I think the thing that I'm showing is I could use more playtesters in person. We're going to cut it there because otherwise I'm just going to confuse you too much and we're already at almost 20 minutes. So we're just going to leave it at the cliffhanger of I moved the wrong unit Anyways, thanks for playing. I hope that you can see that kill count when you're managing one character is quite easy. And when you're managing 4 and you wrote 3.75 editions of the thing, maybe not so easy. So anyways, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. I'll get you more kill count content shortly. Again, thanks so much for dealing with the microphone as it is. And I promise at some point I will learn how to fix that. And until then, bye-bye.